In today's video, we're going to be playing the worst deck in Modern. The deck is Death and Taxes. It is notorious for having the worst creatures that don't do anything but somehow winning. And if you don't believe me, the best card in this deck is Aether Vial. While Solitude is a great card, the deck doesn't function without Aether Vial, which is a card that has been plummeting in value and seeing no play in the Modern format. And if you do not know what Death and Taxes does, the game plan is like a turtle. You try and slow the opponent down and slowly but surely win the race. And the way that this deck does that is mainly with the card Leonin Arbiter. This is a weird card that says that players cannot search their libraries unless they pay 2. And while this is an okay effect, it gets amplified when you're playing White Orchid Phantoms, Ghost Quarter, and Volatile Volt, in addition to some flicker effects like Ephemerate and Philia. But without further ado, we are going to be taking the worst deck and beating Modern with it. Just a friendly reminder before the first match starts to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We are on the play, and starting hand looks great. We'll lead on turn 1 tapped land. Opponent goes Seacrum Coast into 2 Memnites. We top deck a Naganja. We'll play land into an Arbiter. Opponent plays out a Saga, passing. On the land, we will play out our Ghost Quarter, and I think we'll just fire off our Phantom of the White Orchid and try and take out their Saga. See if they pay for Arbiter. Oh no, opponent doesn't know how it works. Easy dubs. And we will attack one with our Arbiter. Ooh, they do double block. Fine with us. Opponent plays out a Nexus. Ooh, Ephemerate, good draw. We will play our Plains, cast out our Stoneforge Mystic, and we will pick up a Cauldron, then attack in for 2. Opponent plays out a land into a Giver. We top deck Giver as well. We will activate Stoneforge, put in a Cauldron, go to combat, attacking with the team, play out our Ganjo into a Giver, and pass. Top deck a Vial. We will go to combat, attacking with the team. Opponent goes down to 4. We will play out our Recruiter, and we'll just pick up a Solitude here. Opponent plays out a Pithy Needle, and we'll just try and take out their Inkmoth Nexus with our Ghost Quarter. In response, they animate Inkmoth, giving it protection from colorless. That's fine. And they scoop up. Let's get on to sideboarding. We're going to take out 4 Givers for 2 Path and 2 Skyclaves. Game 2, starting hand's a little slow, but definitely fine. When it goes turn 1 Plains into a Sentinel. Top deck Plains, we'll do that. Martial Arts to the opponent, they poke in for 1. And then they play out a Stoneforge Mystic, picking up a Colossus Hammer. Another Ghost Quarter off the top, we'll play that out, then play out our Arbiter. When it activates their Stoneforge Mystic, putting in a Cauldron, attacking for 5. Guess we'll take this opportunity to get them off some lands. And now we're just going to have to plan to cast out this Recruiter and get a Solitude at some point. One plays out a Saga into a Hammer, and they attack in for 5. Top deck a Fault, we'll play one of them out, and we can take out their Saga, because we get a treasure. One plays out a Nexus, attacks in for 5. Top deck a Vial, not a bad one. We'll play out our Plains, cast out our Recruiter. Oh, we can't search, we're so dumb. We got. Yep, and at this point we're too far behind, so we'll just scoop it up and get on game 3. Game 3, starting hand is a little weird looking, but we'll keep it. We'll lead on turn 1 Ghost Quarter into a Vial. Opponent goes Hallowed Fountain into a Sentinel. Ganjo off the top, good draw, play that out, and pass the opponent. One plays out a Saga into a Springleaf Drum, casting on a Peter Steel Paladin. Oh, that's such a weird draw. I think that we can actually just use our Arbiter here. Take out their Saga, play out a Fault, take out their Hallowed Fountain, and pass the opponent. Top deck a Cauldron. I think we're gonna go for the weirder plan here. Put in a Skyclave Apparition and take out their Springleaf Drum. Play out our Ghost Quarter, take out their Inkmoth, and I think we're fine attacking here. If they want to trade Peter Steel Paladin for Arbiter, yeah, they do not. Opponent goes Plains into a Colossus Hammer. We top deck a Fault. We will go to combat, attacking with the team, and we will Violin our Flicker Wisp, bounce our Skyclave, then play out our Fault, and pass the opponent. In step, we get our Skyclave back, and we will take out their Pure Steel, and go for the opponent. We will tick up our Vial, and we do find a Recruit to the guard, but I will learn from my mistakes and not try and play that out. Back in with the team, and they do try and go for the double block here, so we will Violin our Witcher's Enchant, and take out their Esper Sentinel, meaning this is a chump block, and opponent scoops it up. We are 1-0. Let's get on to the next match. We are on the play, and sorry, hand looks great. We will go turn 1 tap land. One goes turn 1 Island into a Spell Bomb. Then they run out a Bauble. Top deck a Stoneforge. We will play out one of them, picking up a Cauldron. I'm gonna cast out an Emery. Interesting. Then they bobble us and cast out another Bauble from hand. No land drop though. Top deck a White Orchid. Opponent bobbles the skin on their upkeep. We will cast out our Arbiter, cast Ghost or play out Ghost Quarter, take out their land, and pass the opponent. Opponent has a Mox Amber. Then they bolt in the land, they activate Emery, playing out a Bauble, and then bounce our Stoneforge Mystic, playing out another Emery. No land, unfortunate. We will go to combat, attack in with our Leonin Arbiter, and I still think we just take out their land here, even though it kind of sucks for us. Another land for the opponent, bolting it in, and they play out a Bauble from the yard. Okay, land is not bad. We'll bolt that in. Guess we'll play out a White Orchid Phantom, which they Metallic Rebuke. Then we'll attack in for 2. Opponent gets another Bauble from the yard, and they play out an island into a Narset, revealing a Shadow Spear. Up deck another Leonin Arbiter. We'll play out our White Orchid Phantom, taking out their land. Go to combat, and I guess we'll will put Narset down to 1. Opponent casts out a Shadow Spear. Then they activate Emery, it casts out another Bauble. Top deck another Arbiter. We'll go to combat, attack the opponent for 4. And then we will cast out another Leon Arbiter. Yep, that meets a Metallic Rebuke. Opponent casts out a Kappa Cannoneer. Kind of forgot that was in the format. Okay, we top deck a land, lay that out, go to combat. I think I'd actually like to search, so we'll attack with Leon Arbiter as well. Yep, they block, so we'll play out our Recruiter, pick up a Solitude, and we'll just cast this now. Pitching a Stoneforge Mystic, taking out their Emery. Oh, they have Shadow Spear. That's so bad for us. I didn't even see that. All right, well, they're gaining 6. Then they crack a Bauble. Plains on a bad draw. They bobble us again. We will play out our Stoneforge Mystic. Yes, we will pick up our Phantom Blade, play out our Plains, and then cast a Leonin Arbiter. And they bobble us again. So we'll take out Narset and attack the opponent for 2. Opponent plays out a Manamu into a Lava Spur Boots, and they equip their Cannoneer, attacking in for 8. Vial off the top. We will take out their land. And at this point, it's just like, do they have an artifact? So I guess we're attacking them with everything. And we might as well run out the Vial as well. Okay, they attack. We'll put in Cauldron. Wait, did we win? We will block. First strike. We will exile their Cap Cannoneer. Wait a moment. Let's go. We didn't lose. And they scoop it up. Wow, well, we should have lost that one, I think. But anyways, let's get on to sideboarding. We're going to take out 2 Giver Runes for 2 Skyclave Apparition. Game 2, sadly, hand has no white source, so get them all. And yeah, our 6 is pretty good here. We'll keep that, and I think we're going to put back this White Orchid Phantom. It goes turn 1 tap land. We will play out our Fault and play our Vial. We're going to play out a Saga into a Springleaf Drum. Line Sash, not a bad pickup. We'll play Ghost Quarter, and I think we're just going to take out their land here. It's not a wasteland, but Saga is spooky. Manamu for the opponent, playing out an Emery. Milling over no artifacts. We top deck Ophelia. It's really good. I think we're going to bolt in our land here and just hold up some stuff. Okay, opponent plays out a One Ring. Yep, they draw a card, then play out a tapped land. Okay, so in the step, we will flash Ophelia, Vial in a Lion Sash. We will tick up our Vial. Phantom Blade, not very good at this point. Vial in our Recruiter. We will pick up a Skyclave Apparition here. Play that bad boy out. Take out their One Ring, go to combat, attacking with the team, and we will flicker our Recruiter. Recruiter comes back. I think at this point, I almost just want another Recruiter, so I think we'll just Recruiter for Recruiter, because it's like a bunch of options here. Land go for the opponent. Keep Vial on 3. Another Skyclave. That's actually not bad. We'll just Vial that in and take out their Emery. Combat, attacking with the team. Flicker our Recruiter. Recruiter re-enters, and at this point, we'll just pick up another Ophelia, just in case they take out our current one. One plays out a Bauble, looking at their own top card, and they scoop it up. Let's get on to the next match. We're on the play, and starting hand looks fine. Played on turn 1 Plains. Opponent goes turn 1 Surveil Land, bending a Solitude. Vial is not a bad top deck. We'll play out our Flagstones, and we'll just run out Vial here. And opponent fires off a Prismatic Ending, taking out our Vial. Opponent runs out a Fetch. We draw a Vault. Guess we'll just run out the White Orchid Phantom, destroying our Flagstones. Picking off a Plains off the Orchid, and then getting our Surveil Land off of our Flagstones. It's a pretty sweet combo. I don't think we need Ephemerate. We already have Ophelia in hand, so then we will play out a Vault and pass the opponent. Tap land for the opponent. We top deck another Orchid, so go to combat, attacking for 2, and we'll run out another Phantom. Guess we'll take out their blue-red source and pass the opponent. Land for the opponent. We will play out our Ophelia and stuff. Ooh, Leon Arbiter, huge draw. Go to combat, attacking with the team. Flicker a Phantom, and we will play out a Leonin Arbiter. Then go to end step, and our Orchid returns. Take out, I guess, the blue-red again. And they do not pay for Leonin Arbiter. Interesting. Okay, opponent plays out a Plains into a Verdict. Guess we'll just take this opportunity to get rid of their lands. Ghost Quarter, not terrible. Play out a Plains, and I guess we're just going to cast the Enchanter out here. Let's get some beats down. Opponent fetch shocks and evokes out a Null Drifter. Solitude, not a bad pickup. We're going to play our Ghost Quarter, attacking for 2 here. And I think we're just going to try and continue to get rid of their red sources here. I don't know how many basics they run anyways. Okay, they do have a red source still. Nothing from the opponent. We draw a Cauldron, attacking for 2. Again, nothing from the opponent. Discarding a One Ring. We draw a Phantom Blade. We'll go to combat, attacking for 2. And in step, they flash an dress down. Yep, they evoke out a Null Drifter, which means they draw 2, and then, you know, dress down will make it so it doesn't have to get sacrificed. And I think that we're supposed to flash in our Solitude on the end step. We could try and go for the Phantom Blade, but it just gets blown out by so many things. And opponent just scoops it up there, strangely. Let's get on to sideboarding. And I think we're just not going to make any changes and submit the list. Game 2, starting hand looks great. We top deck Ophelia, go turn 1 Plains, Vial. And on the end step, they do Surveil. Yep, they end up Prismatic Ending our Vial, and then playing out an Arena of Glory. Skyclave off the top. We'll play out our Fault and run out our Mystic. And we'll definitely pick up a Cauldron here. And good thing to note here is Arena of Glory probably means they're unflaged, so definitely worried about that. Playing to the opponent, we top deck a Line Sash on a bad pickup here. We'll play that out, and then we'll bolt in our land. Opponent goes land into a One Ring. We draw a Recruiter. We're just going to slam a Skyclave here, taking out the One Ring. Yep, opponent casts out a Flage, taking out our Line Sash. Phantom Blade off the top for us. Not a great pickup here. We'll go to combat, attack in for 2, and then we'll run out our Extraction Specialist here, picking up a Line Sash from the yard. Wow, opponent fires off a Surgical? Would never have guessed that. And nothing from the opponent. We top deck an Ephemerate, not a bad pickup. Combat, attacking with the team. And we'll just hold up our instance here. End step, they do cast a Dress Down. Opponent evokes out a Null Drifter, drawing 2. And then on the end step, after Dress Down leaves, we'll play out Ophelia. We untap, drawing a Leonin Arbiter. We're gonna fire off our Solitude, pitching Leonin Arbiter. Oh, that means a Dress Down. That's really annoying. Guess that's fine. We will just say go here, and on our end step, we will Ephemerate our Solitude. Oh, and they have a Solitude as well. That's so unfortunate. Yeah, and at this point, we're gonna be dead because they're just gonna be able to escape their Flage with haste with the Arena of Glory, so we'll just scoop it up here and get on to game 3. Game 3, starting hand is a little slow, but fine. We lead on turn 1 tap land. Opponent leads on turn 1 shock land. Top deck a Ghost Quarter, fine draw. We'll just run out our Stoneforge though, which meets a Spell Snare, unfortunate. Top deck another Solitude, not a great pickup here. We'll just play our Phantom and take out their Hollow Fountain. Opponent shocks in a Steam Vents passing. We draw a Giver, we'll attack in for 2, and I think we'll just run out a Flicker Wisp here, flickering our White Orchid. Wow, they Solitude in response here, taking out our Phantom, and then on the end step, they fire off a Dress Down, and then they cast out a Flage and playing out a tapped land. Top deck another Ephemerate, not bad. We'll go to combat, attack in for 3. Then we will play out our Giver, and then cast out a Solitude, which we'll use to take out their Flage, and then I guess we'll Ephemerate the Solitude, which meets a Solitude here. And we could save this with an Ephemerate, but I'm not really sure why we would need to save it, so we'll just let it go. Yep, and they have a One Ring. Extraction Specialist, actually a massive draw here. Play that out, picking up our Stoneforge Mystic, and we'll pick up a Line Sash here. Opponent draws 2 with the One Ring, and then plays out of Plains. Top deck a Recruiter, we will go to combat, attack in with the team, and they do flash in a Solitude here, trying to take out our Giver. So we will pro-white our Extraction Specialist, and then Ephemerate our Giver. Opponent takes 2 in the upkeep, draws 3. Opponent attacks in for 3. Yep, and then they fire off a Verdict. We do pick up a Leonin Arbiter. I think if we win this game, it's going to come down to just cheesing them out with the One Ring on the stack or on the battlefield. So I guess we'll play that out and take out one of their white sources. Opponent draws 4 with the One Ring, cast out another One Ring. We top deck a Ghost Quarter, we'll play it out, and then cast our Line Sash, which they do counter, and we will just pass the opponent. Opponent cast out a Dress Down, then plays the Plains. Yep, and then they run out of Flage. Pick up a Solitude. Yes, that means we can run out of Recruiter and Solitude the Flage. Oh wait, we can't search. Oh, I'm so dumb. I've done that twice now. Well, I guess we just have to scoop it up here. We're not going to be able to beat the Flage, and let's get on to the next match. In match 4, I accidentally muted my mic and forgot to unmute it. But what ended up happening is we got ran over by the One Ring both games, really having no answer for it, and just ended up losing pretty quickly. But anyways, let's move on to match number 5. We are on the draw, and starting hand looks fine. Oh, is this the mirror? No, it doesn't look like it. I'm gonna go turn 1 tap land into a guide. We will also join them on a turn 1 tap land. Another guide for the opponent into a forest. Interesting. And they poke in. Another Ghost Quarter off the top, not bad. We'll play that out into a Stoneforge Mystic. And yeah, we'll pick up a Cauldron here. Opponent evokes out of Solitude, getting some energy, and they attack in using the ability. Well, they're down on a land here. All right, Stoneforge Mystic on top. Great draw. Guess we'll pick up a Phantom Blade here. Go with a tap land and pass the opponent. Wow, they have another Solitude. Oh, they Ephemerate. Oh god, I just said okay, unfortunately. And they do Ephemerate again. And then they attack with the team. Yeah, I don't think we can take all this damage, so we will evoke out, pitching our Leonin Arbiter. Get rid of their 5/6. Another land. It's not terrible. We'll play out our Phantom, taking out our Ghost Quarter, pick up our Plains, set a Ghost Quarter, and pass the opponent. No attacks in, take the damage. Line Sash off the top, not bad. We will play Recruiter, and we'll pick up a Stoneforge Mystic, play that out. And sadly, we do have all of our equipment in our hand. No attacks in. Oh my, another Solitude. Top deck a Leonin Arbiter, not terrible. We'll play out our Line Sash, and we'll just take out their graveyard now. No attacks in for 3. And they play out an Anointed Peacekeeper. Well, they name Ghost Quarter. Top deck Plains, play out a Leonin Arbiter. Then we'll reconfigure our Line Sash to our White Orchid Phantom. Nothing from the opponent. We'll just use our Line Sash twice here. Top deck an Extraction Specialist. Actually, not a bad pickup here. Means that we can start gaining some life. Opponent finds a Skyclave Apparition. Yep, and sadly that is gonna do it. As long as they know to use their Solitude, or use their Guide of Souls. Yep, and they do. So sadly, opponent did sneak that one out, so we will get on to sideboarding. We're gonna take out 4 Arbiters and a Line Sash for Containment Priest to 2 Paths and 2 Skyclaves. Game 2 starting hand looks great. We'll go turn 1 Plains Vial. Turn 1 tap land for the opponent. Phantom, not a bad pickup here. We'll bolt in our land and play out our Phantom, taking out their land. Turn 1 goes land into a Pride. Ephemerate for us, not bad. I think we will bolt in our land, cast out our Recruiter. And Philia is our best card advantage source here, so we're going to pick that up. Go to combat, attack in, opponent attacks in. And they play out a Forest, playing out a Skyclave, which gets rid of our Recruiter. So instead, we'll just Vial in Ophelia. Pick up Vial, Vial in our Skyclave here, taking out their Skyclave. And in response, we will Ephemerate it, taking out their Oslet Pride. Then go to combat, attacking with the team, flicker out their token, and then play out our Giver. Opponent plays out his Surveil land into a Renegade Rallier, picking up another land. And we're just going to path this. Oh, they have an Ephemerate. Ah, that's so annoying. All right, upkeep. We will rebound our Ephemerate. We're going to bounce our Skyclave here. Try and take out their Renegade Rallier. Oh, shot. They have another one? Wowzers. Holy lands. We draw a Phantom. We will go to combat, attack in with the team, flicker our Skyclave. Guess we'll run out our Phantom as well. Then our deck a tad. Return our Skyclave, take out the Renegade Rallier finally. And opponent scoops it up. That was actually kind of spooky. Let's get on to game 3. Game 3 starting hand again looks great. Opponent goes turn 1 Surveil land, putting nothing in the yard. We'll go turn 1 Plains Vial. Opponent goes Plains into a Voice of Resurgence. Interesting. Chanter's a good top deck. We will play out our Flagstones into a Stoneforge and pick up Cauldron. Opponent attacks in, and they play out a Peacekeeper, and they name our Stoneforge. Pick up Vial, draw a Specialist. We will bolt in our Witcher's Enchanter, play out a Recruiter, and I think we're gonna pick up a good old Containment Priest. Opponent attacks in with the team. Opponent plays out Surveil land, binning a Guide of Souls. In step, we will Vial in our Ophelia. We Vial on 2. Go score not bad pickup. Vial in our Containment Priest. I think this doesn't exile it. Okay, whew. We will go to combat. Ah, okay, they do have a Solitude here. Taking out our Ophelia. All right, it's fine. Yeah, Ghost Quarter and pass the opponent. And opponent just scoops it up there. So overall, we did end up going 3-2, a decent showing from the deck. I will say, I think Phantom Blade is a fine card. We never actually got to use it. And when looking at our deck list, I wasn't a huge fan of the sideboard. Like, there's a lot of cards that never came in. I don't really know why we'd want Flare of Fortitude. I think there's just like more important things. Like, this deck's already so low on resources half the time that I just think like 2 for 1ing yourself, or like, I guess 1 for, I don't know. Just like having good sideboard bullets is a little bit better than having some spell. And then as for the main deck, I thought everything was perfectly fine. I'm not a huge fan of Ephemerate. I do know a lot of people like Ephemerate, but just not my cup of tea. I think it's a fine card, but I prefer like having more action. Again, I'm less in on spells rather than like actually having permanents that do things, but that is just like personal preference. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.